Making English easy for everyone.
Speak English with Jay and May.
Hey, English learners. Welcome back to Speak English with Jay and May, your cozy little place to build your English confidence. I'm May.
Hello, May, and hello, everyone. I'm Jay. How are you today, May?
I'm doing wonderful, Jay. Actually, I'm feeling a little romantic today.
Romantic, May. What's going on? Did something happen?
Well, I was watching an old movie last night, and it was all about love. And I thought, wait, this is perfect for our listeners, because English has so many beautiful idioms about love.
Oh, wow. Idioms about love. I love this topic already. But May, just to be sure, what is an idiom exactly?
Great question. An idiom is a phrase where the words together mean something different from what they literally say. So you can't just translate word by word. You have to learn the meaning as a whole.
Ah, like a secret code inside the language. That's actually kind of exciting.
Exactly. And love idioms are everywhere, in movies, songs, conversations. If you understand them, your English will sound so much more natural.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's do this. But first, May, should we tell our listeners something?
Yes! If this podcast helps you learn English in a fun way, please subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and turn on notifications so you never miss a daily episode. Share it with a friend who's learning English too. That really means a lot to us.
All right, now, May, first idiom. Let's go.
Okay, the first one is super famous. Love at first sight.
Oh, I've heard this one in movies all the time, but what does it really mean?
It means you fall in love with someone the very first moment you see them. No conversation, no friendship first, just boom, one look and you're in love.
Wow, is that real? Can you actually fall in love that fast?
Well, some people believe in it completely. I think what really happens is a very strong, instant attraction, like your heart just reacts before your brain does.
That sounds like a really powerful feeling, like your heart just jumps.
Exactly. You might say, he saw her across the room and it was love at first sight. Simple, romantic, very natural to say.
Okay, I love it. What's the next one?
This one is really sweet. To be the apple of someone's eye.
Wait, apple and eye? You mean like fruit and seeing?
I know, it sounds so strange, but it means someone is very precious to you, someone you love and cherish deeply, more than anything else.
Oh, so it's like saying, you are the most special person to me.
Perfectly said. Parents often use this about their children, like, my daughter is the apple of my eye. It means she is everything to them.
That is so sweet. I want someone to say that to me one day.
You will, Jay, you will. Okay, next, a match made in heaven.
A match made in heaven. So, two people who are perfect for each other?
Yes, it means two people who are so perfectly suited for each other, it feels like the universe planned it, like they were meant to be together.
Like a couple who finishes each other's sentences and has the same favorite food and same sleep schedule?
Yes, exactly like that. You'd say, those two are a match made in heaven. They never argue, they support each other perfectly.
Aw, that's the dream. Okay, next one.
This next one is really fun, to have a crush on someone.
Oh, I know this one. It means you like someone romantically, but maybe you haven't told them yet, right?
That's right. A crush is when you have secret romantic feelings for someone. It's that nervous, excited, can't stop thinking about them feeling.
Oh, yes. I remember in school I had a crush on a girl in my class. Every time she looked at me, I forgot how to talk.
That is the most classic crush symptom ever. You'd say, I have a crush on my neighbor, or Jay had a crush on his classmate. Very casual, very common.
It brings back memories. Okay, what's next?
This next one is beautiful and deep. To love someone with all your heart and soul.
Ooh, that sounds very intense. You mean like completely no limits?
Exactly. It means you love someone totally, with every part of who you are. Your feelings, your energy, your whole being. Nothing is held back.
Wow, that's not just romantic love, right? You can say it for family too.
Absolutely. You can say it to a partner, a child, a parent. I love my mother with all my heart and soul. It shows the deepest level of love possible.
I think that's the most powerful way to say I love you. Way more than just 3 words.
Beautifully put, Jay. I agree completely.
Okay, what's the next one, May?
All right. To wear your heart on your sleeve.
Heart on your sleeve? You mean like your shirt sleeve?
Well, figuratively, yes. It means you show your emotions openly and honestly. You don't hide how you feel. Everyone can see your feelings on your face.
Oh, so a person who cries at romantic movies, laughs super loudly, and tells everyone when they're in love, that's them?
Yes, that's exactly the type. You'd say, she wears her heart on her sleeve. She told him she liked him on their very first date.
I think I wear my heart on my sleeve too. I can never hide my feelings. My face always gives me away.
I've noticed, Jay. It's actually a very lovable quality.
Thanks, May. Okay, next idiom.
This one is very dramatic and very fun. To fall head over heels in love.
Head over heels? Wait, like falling upside down? Like tumbling?
Kind of. Imagine someone so dizzy with love that they literally lose their balance. It means falling deeply and completely in love, totally overwhelmed by your feelings.
Oh, so it's like regular falling in love, but times 10.
Exactly, times 10. You'd say, after just 3 months, he fell head over heels in love with her and couldn't imagine life without her.
Wow, that is some serious love. Like the world disappears and only one person matters.
That's a beautiful way to say it. And here's the interesting part. This idiom is old. People have used it for hundreds of years, but it still feels fresh and alive.
Really? Hundreds of years? Love language never gets old, I guess.
Never. Okay, next, to tie the knot.
To tie the knot. Like tying a rope?
Great image, but no. To tie the knot means to get married. It comes from old wedding traditions where the couple's hands were literally tied together as a symbol of being bound to each other.
Oh, wow, that's a cool history. So when someone says they tied the knot, it means they got married.
Exactly. My best friend and his girlfriend finally tied the knot last Saturday. The wedding was beautiful.
I like that. It sounds warm and happy, not as formal as they got married.
Right. It has a joyful, celebratory feeling to it, very natural in everyday conversation.
Okay, we've done 8 idioms. You said we have more, right, May?
We do 4 more, and these are really good ones that people don't always teach in textbooks.
Yes, let's go.
Okay, next is to be smitten.
Smitten. I've heard this word, but I'm not totally sure what it means.
To be smitten means to be completely charmed by someone, like you've been struck, almost like a little lightning bolt hit your heart, and now you can't stop thinking about that person.
A lightning bolt to the heart. So it's similar to having a crush, but maybe even stronger.
Yes, a little stronger and a bit more poetic. You'd say he only met her once, but he was completely smitten. It means she captured his heart instantly.
I love how poetic English gets when it comes to love. It's almost like music.
That's such a good observation. English really does have a beautiful, musical side when it comes to love.
All right, what's number 10?
Number 10, love is blind.
Oh, I think I've heard this one. Does it mean when you love someone, you don't see their flaws?
Exactly right. When you love someone deeply, you overlook their weaknesses or mistakes. You only see the good in them, sometimes even when others can clearly see the problems.
Wait, here's the interesting part. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's the big question. It can be beautiful. You accept someone fully, imperfections and all. But sometimes it means ignoring serious red flags because your feelings are so strong.
Ah, so love gives you rose-colored glasses. Everything looks pink and perfect.
Oh, Jay, rose-colored glasses. That's actually another great idiom. You're learning fast.
Thank you. Okay, next.
Number 11, to have a soft spot for someone.
A soft spot? You mean like a weak point?
In a sweet way, yes. To have a soft spot for someone means you have a special warm feeling toward them. Maybe you care about them a little more than others. Your heart is just naturally softer around them.
Oh, like my grandma always saved the best piece of cake for me, so she had a soft spot for me?
Aw, that is the sweetest example. Yes, exactly. Grandma always had a soft spot for Jay. You can use it for family, friends, even a neighbor's pet dog.
Yes, I definitely have a soft spot for my neighbor's golden retriever.
See? It's not only about romantic love, it's about that special warmth you feel for anyone or anything you care about deeply.
That makes it such a useful idiom. Okay, last one, number 12. Let's finish strong.
Okay, last one, and this one is so visual, to sweep someone off their feet.
To sweep someone off their feet, like with a broom?
I know it sounds funny, but imagine someone doing something so romantic, so unexpected, so wonderful that the other person just loses their footing. They're overwhelmed in the best possible way.
Oh, so if a guy plans a surprise dinner, buys flowers, writes a letter, he swept her off her feet?
Yes, perfectly. You'd say, he swept her off her feet with his kindness and thoughtfulness. She never expected anyone to treat her that way.
That is goals. Serious relationship goals. I want to sweep someone off their feet one day.
And you will, Jay. With your energy and your big heart, you absolutely will.
Okay, so we covered all 12. But May, can we do a quick review? I want to make sure everyone remembers.
Great idea. Ready, listeners? Repeat these in your head as we go. Love at first sight. Instant love the moment you see someone.
The apple of my eye. The most precious person in your life.
A match made in heaven. Two people perfectly suited for each other.
To have a crush on someone. Secret romantic feelings.
To love with all your heart and soul. Complete, total love with nothing held back.
To wear your heart on your sleeve. Showing your feelings openly.
To fall head over heels in love. Deeply and completely overwhelmed by love.
To tie the knot. To get married.
To be smitten, completely charmed by someone.
Love is blind. You overlook someone's flaws because of love.
To have a soft spot for someone, a special warm feeling toward someone.
And to sweep someone off their feet, doing something so wonderful it overwhelms them with love.
Beautiful. You know what, Jay? I think every single one of us has experienced at least one of these moments.
I agree. Love is such a universal feeling, and now we have the English words to talk about it perfectly.
That's exactly why we love making this podcast. We don't just teach English, we help you feel confident expressing real human experiences.
If you enjoy learning with us, please subscribe, like this video, and share it with someone who loves English and love stories.
And turn on that notification bell so you catch our new episode every single day. We really do publish daily, so there's always something new waiting for you.
And before we go, May, which of these 12 idioms is your personal favorite?
I think the apple of my eye, because it's not just about romance. It's about how we cherish the people we love most. It's tender and timeless.
Mine is to sweep someone off their feet. It just sounds so full of hope and magic.
That's very you, Jay. Always hopeful, always full of energy.
That's me. Okay, now a question for our listeners.
Yes, here's your challenge for today. Which of these 12 love idioms connects with your life the most? Have you ever had a crush, fallen head over heels, or maybe someone swept you off your feet?
Tell us in the comments. We love reading your stories. It makes our day, every single day.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Keep listening, keep practicing, and remember, your English is growing stronger every day.
See you tomorrow, everyone. Stay curious, stay warm, and keep learning.
Bye for now. Take care, English learners. We'll see you in the next one.